All right, so here's the thing. I'm getting ready to do a series of videos pointing out exactly what I have been saying in the last video. That men are attracted to children. Men typically want to marry children, and they see modern women as a problem because they're no longer able to marry children like they were before. So men are having a hard time with the fact that marrying children is illegal. It's not socially acceptable, and they want women to fall in line like children. Now, I am going to be coming from the Lapeef Network, his video that says male feminist triggers patriarchal man. And that man is picking and choosing Will, who is on this app, and I will tag him when I get to his part. I will tag the Lapeef Network because this is what I want to be understood, overstood. I want it to be overstood and understood by all women of all races that it isn't just our black men that think this way. Men of all races, all different countries, all had a history of marrying children. All of them. And those children had to submit to those men because they were underage, obviously, children. They were not marrying grown women who had established themselves, who had full autonomy. They were not marrying fully grown women. They were marrying children. So when men get upset today and call us modern women, or when men get upset today because women are not letting them lead, the reason why is because subconsciously men have a history of being with children and being able to control them. Because who else do you have to provide and protect and lead besides a child, not a woman? And that's why this whole conversation of protecting and providing and women submitting is really honestly backwards. Men, I don't even think they have related this to the fact that they have a history of marrying children. So I'm going to point it out. And I ask that the men who may come across this, who may have been on the panel, because I am going to tag you, I do hope that these men are able to, see exactly what I'm talking about and take a step back and actually listen and then look at the history. You all are used to marrying and being with children who cannot do anything for themselves. And that's the reason why there is an issue between the men and the women today, because men have not evolved and women have. It was harmful for women back then to marry men as children, and it's also harmful for us to marry men as adults today, because you all have not evolved from the fact that you were marrying children. You had control over those children that you married. You had to be their leader because they were children. They had to submit to you because, again, they were children. They were not fully grown adults. So, of course, a child is going to have to submit to the adult, correct? Correct. But a fully grown woman who is totally capable of making her own decisions and living her life on her own, she doesn't have to submit to a man. Why would she? She's not a kid. A fully grown woman who's able to have her own piece of steel, her own education, her own job or career, she doesn't need anybody to lead or protect or provide for her because she's doing it on her own. But see, the problem with men is that because they have not evolved yet, they have a problem with the fact that the way that they used to be able to exist is no longer there. So they have a problem with this. So because they have never evolved from those kinds of ways of being, they're now having a problem with women because women now have autonomy. They now have rights, and marrying children is against the law. If marrying children was not against the law, men could still marry children and they could still provide and protect and lead them, and the children would still be able to submit to them. So, with no further ado, the next video is going to be about that.